husband returned after months of being missing, but he is not the same. The day unfolded like any other. My husband went to work as he did every morning, but tragedy struck without warning. Because no one saw him again. His disappearance affected us all. But as the months passed, my husband was forgotten. The posters of his search were covered by other things, or simply forgotten. But one day, while I was admiring my beautifully petunias, I saw the back door open. I was in shock. I had to pinch and slap myself, and even splash some cold water on me. It was my Rick, standing in front of me fresh as a daisy, as if he had just stepped out for some milk for breakfast. It really was him, alive, safe, and back in my arms. My love, where have you been all this time?
I don't know, I can't remember.
Even though it felt strange, I wanted to celebrate. The first thing I did was take him inside the house so he could savor being home after 6 long months. My husband was always a tea fan, so I served him a cup of his favorite, but he did something strange. He added some sugar cubes, and well, you might say, what's so strange about sweetening a drink? Well, it turns out my dear Rick hated sweetening tea. He even got mad at me once when I accidentally put sugar in his tea.
Take this filth away, it ruined the flavor.
Sorry, darling. Do you remember that movie, Doges in Black? When the giant cockroach drinks a lot of sugar water? Well, that's how I felt my husband was at that moment. Everyone was happy, but I still couldn't believe it. I know I should be happy, but for some reason, I feel terrified. He also used to make me record golf games when he wasn't around. He wouldn't miss any, or he'd get mad. He even canceled our anniversary once because it coincided with an important championship. Hi, love! The tournament from yesterday is recorded.
Oh, are you hungry? Do you want to go out for dinner?
What about the tournament?
We'll watch it later. Let's go get some tacos.
He even watched me during the nights. My love, are you okay?
Better than ever.
You should go back to sleep.
Don't worry, my love. I like watching you sleep.
Next day, at a barbecue, Rick would occasionally step away to play with Johnny, a little boy who lived across the street. The thing is, Rick hated kids. That's why we never had any of our own. Seeing him now so patient and almost paternal with a child he couldn't stand triggered all my alarms. One morning, while we were having breakfast, Sally, our neighbor, knocked on the door. Supposedly, she was just bringing us some cupcakes. But I'm not stupid. She just wanted to see for herself that my Rick had returned.
Neighbor, hi, good to see you. Here are some cupcakes I made especially for you.
Yeah, whatever, bye. That bitch.
I know, love. Don't open the door to that witch anymore.
Now I'm sure something's off. Help! That thing or whatever it is not my husband. Rick would never let me offend this wretch he cheated on me with for years. Not only did he agree with me, but he also joined in with my hostile comments. But imagine me running to the police to report. An evil entity has taken the form of my missing husband. They'll think I'm crazy, and I'll end up locked in a psychiatric hospital. But the worst thing of all is that he doesn't have the scar. Yes, the one I left on his face with a golf club shortly before he disappeared. Maybe I'll dig up my petunias to see if my husband is still there underneath, because the one sleeping next to me isn't him.